This is Recksz RK. You're now listening to an audio speech or an RKA track. Make sure you tune in. Bang. What's up, guys? This is Recksz RK. This is going to be a solo audio speech. But before I get into it, check out the other content, man. Check out the speeches. Check out the music. It's going to be all on the RKA pages, man. All on the RKA pages, on the social media, the YouTube, everything. So make sure to check it out, man. There's gonna all the different type of genre music that me and Kingz got. We got grime, rap, everything. I'm gonna even be coming out with a bassline thing soon. Coming back with that because I'm finding some real good beats, and I thought I might as well just bring that back. Why not? Also check out the audio speeches, man. There's some real good topics on there. Real life stuff that we talk about. Relevant to this day and time. We don't really talk about that old stuff. It's not really relevant. It's too old, isn't it? Out of date. we don't do that on this platform. Because I see a lot of people talk about that. They want to talk about the old days and they want to talk about old times. And I'm talking about old times. Some nonsense about that. Stuff that you can't really relate to nowadays. And I'm not saying just because it's old you can't. It's like it's not relevant. It can be relevant if it's applicable to nowadays. If you can apply it to nowadays in your life and whatever. But also check out the social medias. Our social medias. Add them up, man. If you want, add them up or don't. But we still do us, man. RK, we're the type. We're gonna give a toss, man. If anyone's supporting, anyone's watching or not, man. We like to do this for fun. I just like doing this. I like talking about some shit, man. I like making some tunes, because we can spit on it. We can spit on these good beats. We hear some good beats, we think, alright, we got something to say, so we're gonna rap on it. But yeah, man, we're on everything. We're even on TikTok now, man. But obviously not to dance. We're not there to dance, man. We just post our content, just like we do on Instagram and everything else, man. Even Snap, we just it's the same stuff, man. We just post our content, we post stuff of us, we post our quotes, and we just do the same shit. How we are in real life, we just bring it to the internet world. That's it. That's all it is. No difference. There's no disguising, man. There's no, there's not this. It's just us on social media, on YouTube. But anyway, I'm gonna get into it. Big up to Kingz, by the way. So, yeah, man. This is gonna be a solo audio speech just by me, Recksz, and the topic's gonna be about real friendships or around that type of topic, friendships, stuff like that. But it's just basic as that, man. It's just friendships nowadays. They're not genuine, man. I'm gonna start off like that. Friendships ain't genuine. They're not really real, are they? Nowadays. You'll have people they will think because they've had a friend, they've got a friend, and they've been together friends for years. They've been friends for a couple of years, that they're friends, and because they can relate on a couple things, like 2 or 3 things, because they both may like to smoke weed, or they both like to watch Netflix, or they both like to just chill or lay in bed, or what I'm saying, nonsense like that. And they would talk about, yeah, man, we're friends and we built up a good friendship and stuff like that, man. Yeah, man. I just feel like it's not really real friendships, man. That's not what defines a real friendship. It's not about that, man. Where you on that just reminds me of friendships back in school, because nowadays you've got grown people and they'll talk about, yeah, man, we're good friends because they may have worked together or something like that. They may have worked together, or they may have been in the same English class or something like that. That's what I used to do in school, man. I was like that when I was 13 and stuff like that. I'd think that's my friend because we're in the same class, some nonsense like that, man. But people really don't know what a friendship is, man. It's not about being friends for years and stuff like that, man. It's way more than that. it's way more than that. Like, you know, we're relatable on three things, like, you know, and then yeah, man, we're friends. Like, it doesn't go like that, man. Like, if that's what you define a friendship, then go ahead and do that, man. It's just the same shit like with a relationship, really. They're both kind of similar, but you know, it's like it's not really gonna last long, man. The same thing with that. It's not really gonna last long, man. You will see. You know, put them to the test, give them some big tests, and sometimes it don't even take long too. It doesn't even take much. It don't take much effort, man. Give them a couple tests, you know. Like, you can bring them around your family, you know. You can, you know, test them out, as in, like, you know, tell them that and something you've achieved today, and they'll, you know, throw it back in your face. Like, they'll be like, oh, that's good, you know, but you can hear in their voice they don't like that. They're like, ooh, like, why is he winning? Or why is she winning, you know? And you get people that will just snake you. You know, and they're easy to do that nowadays, man. These so-called friends, and like, you know, they get confused to why, like, you know, oh, why did this person snake me? Why did they stab me in the back? Why wasn't they like there for me today? Like, you know, I needed this person today, like, as a friend. Like, can you do this? And, you know, they make all these promises and they break them. They don't stick to them, you know. That's what I'm saying. You got to test your friendships, man. Forget calling people friends, man. Like, test them as people first, man, before we get to that stage. Forget about friendships. Forget about anything. Like, you know, I know people, that's what people want, but all these relationships, relationship, this, that, business partner, this, that, but no one ever tests, you know, no one ever tests, like, on a human level, where, like, you know, like, you know, test them, like, just as a person and stuff like that. Yeah, but make sure to test your friendships, man. You know, just make sure you test your friendships. Like, test the friendships, man. If that's what you wanna bring it to, you know, make sure you test your friendships. Like, people never wanna start at that basic level of just understanding people first. Even understanding yourself first, man. Because when you understand yourself first and discover yourself first, man, you're able to see things much clearly, man. Much more clearly. Like, everything much more clearly. Everything. It's really not no BS chat. It's really that. It's not no. It's like it's just simple as that, man. Like, come on. Like, sometimes you know, with these things, you don't even need to go hard in it. Like, because most people now, they always got to experience so much BS just to learn one thing. You know, and you could tell that person, they can even flip and Google it about one simple lesson, yeah, and they still won't understand it. Or they choose not to understand it. It's like, they may know it, but it's like they want to go through it as well, because they feel like it will make them stronger. They feel, you know, ooh, maybe if I go through this, our friendship will get better. Maybe the friendship may get stronger. It doesn't, though. It's just, like, it's basically a toxic friendship. Everyone's snaking everyone. This person snaking that person. You know, they'll be doing this, doing this and doing that behind each other's backs, yeah. But at the same time, they will come together and say, yeah, we're cool, we're friends, yeah, we're this. They will beef each other. He will stab his cousin. He will stab his dad or something, and they will be cool. Yeah, they'll be like, yeah. At the end of the day, that's my boy. Like, I've seen really messed up friendships like that, man. Even when it comes to the females. You know, she will fuck her boyfriend and she will fuck her boyfriend, you know. And it's funny, like, you know, they'll be mad about it, they'll beef about it, everything, and then they'll come together like, you know, like they're friends again, that they're cool, like, instead of actually sorting out what's going on here. What type of person are you dealing with, you know? And the people never seem to know what type of person they're dealing with, man. You know, they would just seem to just quickly get into friends. It's like they're that desperate, like, they really don't want to be alone in this life, man. Of course, like, no one wants to be completely just alone, like, but if you have to, if it's necessary, we be alone, innit? Like, we stay alone. You stay alone. You stay away from these people, man. Because it's funny, you even get mandem, yeah? I mainly hear from the guys, like, you mainly get guys say, yeah, man, I don't trust no one. You know when they mainly come out with that shit? They'll be like, I don't trust no man, I don't trust him, I don't trust, but at the same time, they'll be with 30 man. They'll chill with 50 guys, like, it's crazy. It just says a lot about them. It says a lot about their so-called friendships. You know, it will say a lot about their so-called friendships, about, you know, I don't trust no one. No one can't trust him. I can't. No, I wouldn't. It's all for me. It's all for self. But at the same time, they got 30 guys. They got 20 guys. So-called 20 friends, but that's why real talk, man. It's all you need like now is about like 1 to 3 friends. You don't need much, man. You don't need much. Like more time, it's gonna be really low. If you're gonna want high value friends, it's gonna come in low numbers. That's how it is. You can't get 20 real friends. I've never heard of that. And even if you did, yeah, it would take ages. It would take like a couple lifetimes to go, and it would probably be all around the world as well. You think it's gonna be in one place? You think it's like I live in London, so you think I'm gonna find like 20 real guys, even girls as friends if I wanted to be their friend? You think I'm gonna find 20 real people as friends? Really? Maybe not in this lifetime, man. Maybe not in this generation, man. It's gonna take a couple lifetimes at least to be real friends. So-called real friends, and go beyond it, because that's what you're meant to do anyway. You're meant to build and elevate from that as well. You're meant to go beyond that. You're not meant to just stay friends. If you're really true friends, you're meant to go beyond that. You're meant to get to a next stage, another stage. You're meant to upgrade. You're meant to become more stronger, that like now your family, your so-called brothers now, your so-called sisters, you could call that person your cousin. You know what I'm saying? You could call that person even your uncle. You know what I'm saying? Like if they get to that level. But it's crazy, man. People never want to earn that, man. They never want to get to that. They just want to talk about it. They want to come on social media and post quotes about it, but no one actually does it, man. No one actually wants to build to that level. Like I'd rather do that, man. I only like to talk about it if I'm like, I'm planning what I may have to do, or it depends, innit? Or I talk about it because that's what I would like, or that's what I'm trying to build to. That's what I'm trying to build towards, like, That's why it's just, me and Kingz out here, man. Like, we don't do no fake friendships, man. We've been friends for like a long time, man. Like, and it's still gonna continue. Like, there's no reason to just snake. There's no reason to, turn away from each other and go our own way now, as people do now. I gotta do my own thing now. Like, I don't know. I just find that snaky as well. Why do you have to just do your own thing and like cut everyone off? Like, everyone says all that stuff, man, about I just want to be alone. I want to do me now. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do this. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy. If you got someone real in your life, why are you cutting them out? It just doesn't make no sense. You can have time off to yourself, but who completely cuts out real people? But you want real friendships. That's how I know you don't value real things. You don't value real people. You don't see the value in it. It's because you don't see the value in it. You don't understand. Like, this is like sometimes nowadays, like, since we're in the end times, man, this is like some one in a lifetime shit. You're not gonna get like you're not even gonna get another me again. You're not gonna get another Kingz again. You're not gonna get none of that again, man. Definitely not in the UK, man. Come on, no way, man. You ain't gonna get none of that again. Guys like us, man. You ain't gonna get that, man. The real friends. I've been on that shit from day one. Even if, even them times when, like, I don't know, it's easy when like we're friends and I see you actually being an actual friend. Like, come on, man. Like, I just stick with you all the way. I stick with man all the way. I stick with like the person all the way, innit? Like, that's what it is, innit? This is it. We're just friends. Let's be friends. Why is it like in 1 year later, like I just snaked that person? It just never came to my mind. But yeah, and also, man, yeah, like that's how it is though, man. Like it like, just because you have loads of friends though, man, I have to say that, like, again, just because you have loads of friends, like, it doesn't mean they are your friends. Like, yeah, man, I don't trust no one, but I've got 30 guys. Like, they're not all your friends though. What have they done to be your friends? Have you had much time with all these friends? Have you spent the same exact time with all these friends? You wouldn't have enough time, man. That's why we say only high value people, only high value friends only come in small numbers. 1 to 3 people, man. And that's it. Because you don't even have time as well to examine and study this person, these people, like 20 people. How do you don't have time? You don't have time for that. But when you're like, when you've been doing this for a while, man, and like, you're so-called, I don't even like to say this word, but when you're woke, you know, you can just quickly see, you know, you can just understand and see if someone's a snake, if someone would be decent as a friend or an associate or something, like, you know, if they got potential, like so-called potential, because even if you got potential, you should be doing it, you know, you should be doing what you're what you can potentially do. So if you can potentially be a good friend, you would still be a good friend, you'd be working towards that and progressing forward towards that, you know. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go too deep on this, man. I think I just like, yeah, I may end it here, man. I'll just say a couple of things, man. But yeah, man, make sure to study people first, man. Then afterwards, if you see, like, you know, they're fit enough to be a friend, make them a friend, man. Do for them as well, man. It's not about letting them do for you. It's not about that. What are they doing for me? But then you ain't doing nothing. You have to offer value too, man. Are you a genuine fucking person or not? Are you genuine? That's the main thing you have to have. That's the key. Are you genuine? Are you genuine? Are you actually a genuine person, man? You can't be not a genuine person, yeah? But you got friends. Like, really? Eventually you a snake. Eventually it comes out. Eventually it comes to the surface and we see, like, you know, if you was really about it or not. We see it. In the end, man. Sooner or later, man. That's why I keep saying, test your friendships. Test them. That's why people find out like 5 years later, oh my days, this guy was a snake, because you didn't test. You test early, man. You test in the early stages. You test. That's what you do. It's simple, man. Yeah, man. But make sure, man, you got real friendships. If you ain't got real friendships, be friends with your fucking self. Be friends with yourself, man. Don't be so desperate to have friends, man. So-called friends. If they're not really friendly. If they're not really a genuine person to you. If you even yeah, you see how they treat themselves. If they don't treat themselves good, if they're not even friends with themselves, how can they be friends with you? How can they be friends with anyone else if they don't really treat themselves good? It always starts with self, man. That's no lies. When, you know, when you hear people come out with that shit, it may sometimes sound a little bit corny. You know, oh yeah, man, for self, man, self first, self. But it is really that. You know, it starts with self. That's where the seed sprouts, within yourself, and from there it grows. You see other, you know, you see other roots, you see other things. You know, everything becomes clearer, man. But yeah, man, just make sure you're a genuine person, man. As long as you're doing that, you know you can be a good friend, this and that, then, you know, you have nothing to worry about, man. But remember, more time, you ain't really gonna find good, real, genuine friendships anymore, man. And that's just how it is. I'm gonna end it here though, man. Check out everything, as I said, you know. Check out the pages, man. Check out the social media. Check out Kingz' music, man. Check out all the content, you know. I should be dropping something soon as well, you know. We're always dropping something, so we're always dropping something. Like me, I'm even gonna drop this now, this speech. So you know how we do it, man. We just, you know, we're always just dropping something, talking about something, rapping about something. But yeah, RKA, you know what it is.